challenge, another challenge. It is a decade challenge, double challenge.
Some legislative aides to members of the National Assembly on Monday, February 14th, filed a petition at the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission. They alleged non-payment of their salaries and allowances. The coordinator of the legislative aides, Zebis Prince, while speaking to newsmen, said they came to submit a petition to the EFCC to investigate the clerk of the National Assembly over non-payment.
We have come here to submit this petition to the chairman of EFCC so that they can investigate the whereabouts of this budget of salaries of 2019. What happened to these salaries? Why are aides working with lawmakers still owed salaries of 2019 that has been released by Salaries and Wages Commission since 2019?
Prince is accusing the National Assembly of owing the legislative aides 21-month new minimum wage arrears, 2019 salary arrears, duty toll allowance or DTA and other sundry allowances.
We are here to protest for the non-payment of our 2019 salary arrears. We are protesting for the non-payment of 21 months minimum wage. We are here to protest for the implementation of non-implementation of minimum wage. We are also protesting for the non-payment, the denial of duty toll allowance. These are all allowances that are rightly due legislative aides at the National Assembly.
The coordinator is also accusing the National Assembly of denying the legislative aides training and other working materials.
We are also protesting why the National Assembly, the 9th National Assembly, decided not to train aides. Aides that are the backbone, they are the brain box, the people that handle every technocratic duties of the lawmakers. So we are here in protest of all these denied entitlements, and also we are protesting for the non-implementation of the 2010 consolidated salary structure that was approved by the Ministry of Finance and Salary and Wages Commission.
Prince notes that some legislative aides had protested at the National Assembly over the issue about 3 times, but nothing was done concerning their payment.
Over this same issue, legislative aides had protested at the National Assembly about 3 times. And at one time, the Speaker of Parliament addressed the protesters and promised that this issue, according to him in his words, he said it was unconscionable for aides of the National Assembly to be owed their rightful wages. Wages as important as salaries, what they rightfully deserve. And that he gave us a time limit. He said in a very short time should have been 3 to 6 months, but this is about 1 full year since that protest, and the salary arrears of 2019 are yet to be cleared.
He also notes that the owed salary of 2019 was duly budgeted for in 2019 and again in 2021. He claims the funds were released.
Aides attached to federal lawmakers are working for a term of 4 years, and we are already seeing off the 3rd year. We are barely left with 1 year in office, and the National Assembly that is responsible in overseeing checks and balances of other parastatals, of other ministries and extra ministerial agencies. The National Assembly that carries out oversight functions of every other government establishment are the ones meted their aides, people working under them with such treatment, owing us salaries of 2019.
Speaking on the minimum wage, Prince says it is yet to be implemented despite the federal government's approval.
Salaries and Wages Commission had approved minimum wage for legislative aides and staff of the National Assembly since January 2020. Since 1st January 2020. Now, 1st January 2022 made it 24 months after that approval. And it is so sad that the management of the National Assembly, despite provisions made for this minimum wage, the 25 billion naira mentioned earlier was supposed to capture this minimum wage. They decided not to clear the backlogs of these allowances, of these arrears.
The legislative aides are, however, calling on the EFCC to investigate the matter and ensure the salaries are paid.
We are here in protest that the chairman of EFCC should investigate this matter and help it to get their due entitlement.
Allowance. Pay us our convents. These people are hardly